why can women not walk around this world and feel like, damn, I can just be in my own space? I can just be in my own bubble without someone trying to get my number or talk to me or harass me or say something crazy to me or comment on the way that I look or end up trying to, get my Instagram. It's just like women just want to be. We just want to be. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Just Be Real podcast. I'm your host, Marissa. Thank you so much for tuning back into another episode this week. We are back with this solo episode. Today, I just want to talk about a topic that has come up for me, and I was really contemplating if I even want to talk about it, but the time is now. I mean, the cat's already out the bag. If you guys are subscribed to my Substack, you probably saw that I sent out a Substack this past Sunday, and it was talking about me basically dealing with this person who has been harassing me for the past, I want to say like couple months. Like the thing is, when you guys like go and read the Substack, I'm not going to go into detail because it was a very in detail like story. So you can always go check it out. It's free to subscribe to my Substack unless you want to become a paid subscriber. I will definitely be putting out some paid only content this month and the next upcoming months because I have so much to share. And I feel like I'm getting back into my creative writing bag and like I'm really enjoying it and just being able to like be a storyteller. And I also feel like, I don't know, just like the older I get, the more I enjoy, even though this is not an enjoyable story, like this is not for entertainment purposes, like this is some real life shit and it's kind of crazy. But I am getting back into writing, which is something that I always loved to do. Growing up, like I was always good at English, creative writing, literature, like go figure, anything creative that had anything to do with like just me expressing myself in that way. I feel like I was always really good at. So it's nice to get back into it. Like I've always blogged over the years and it was mainly for my, business website, Real Rhythm Dance and Fitness. So the blogs are very like niche down and more towards like, dance, fitness, wellness, like that type of thing. So I'm just really excited to expand my, I guess, like writing pocket and like just write about, whatever comes to mind and just allow myself to be creative in that way. So if you guys are not subscribed to my Substack, please go do that. It's completely free and it's linked in the show notes. Okay. So getting back to this story. So if you guys read it, you know that I was talking about the situation with this guy that's been texting me from like different numbers. And the thing is, like, I'm a very private person. I think I've mentioned this on the podcast plenty of times. And it's like, even though I have this podcast where I talk about real things and I go beyond the surface and sometimes I bring up things that are happening in my life, I know that I still need to protect my privacy and my peace, and I still need a level of just, privacy, flat out, period. Like I just need to keep certain things in my life private. And this has been, interesting, like coming out and really being vulnerable, transparent, and honest about this situation that has been kind of crazy. And lo and behold, okay, and this is why, like, I was so freaking proud of myself for just like putting this story out there, because you never know who it's going to affect, or you never know who's going to be like, hey, me too. Like that's literally how the Me Too movement started, right? It's like somebody tells their story and then another person has the same story, or another person heard of somebody who has the same story, and then it's like everybody just ends up speaking their truth, and it's such a beautiful thing. So in that article that I wrote yesterday on Substack, the point of that wasn't just to like out this person and like put them out there and make people feel bad for me, or to like make women feel unsafe in this world. Like I'm sure a lot of women already feel unsafe, so I don't need to do that. But the point of it was like to empower people to speak up, right? Like a lot of the times we don't want to speak up because we're in fear, right? We're fearing that the person that we're talking about, or whatever situation we're talking about, is going to come back and like bite us in the ass, or we feel like people are going to judge us, or we feel like nobody's going to care. We feel like people are just going to think that we are bitching and complaining and moaning about something that's not important. But everything in your life is important. Everything in your life is valid. So if you choose to tell your story and explain something that you're going through, like that is valid. No one needs to validate your story. Okay. So me putting myself out there this morning, I literally got a text from my girl. I'm not going to say her name because she might want to, keep her business on the low. But literally she's like, this same number has been texting me since January. Like this same person, and she's sending me screenshots of like the same type of like, text messages and the same type of like videos. In my Substack, I talked about like another instance where I'm mentioning on the podcast in the summer that I had this instance where this person came up to me, like this strange guy on the street when I was walking my dog. And I just felt very like unsafe in that moment. So here I am thinking like this is the same person and this person has just been like stalking me. And like, who knows? That's the thing. It's like, who knows who these people are? People come around, they have fake Instagrams, they have fake numbers, they hit you up from different numbers. It's just like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Are men okay? Are men all right? Like, what's happening here? Are there not enough women in this world who would gladly go out with you, who would gladly get to know you, who would gladly have sex with you, who would gladly be willing and open to dating you? There are so many women in this world. And you're going to choose the ones and go after the ones who do not want to have any type of communication with you. Like, that shit is so weird to me. So it's just crazy. I'm so happy that I was like able to put my story out there, and not that I feel better about the situation. Like, it's still very uncomfortable and very much like weird, and I'm grossed and creeped out. But I think it just makes me feel a little bit better that there is someone that I know that is, dealing with the same situation or has dealt with it. So it kind of allows me to have that sense of like, community and just being able to relate to someone. And that's ultimately like what women want. Like, we want to be able to have people that we can relate to and come to and feel safe, with our stories, and to be able to express ourselves. So the lesson on all that is just like, put your stories out there. Speak up. Don't be afraid to speak up and speak out. Like, if you are going through something, and I'm not saying that you have to write a Substack and become a writer or, go on YouTube Live or go on TikTok Live and put yourself out there. I'm not saying that you have to do it that way. And I'm not saying that everything needs to be public, but sometimes speaking your truth can simply mean just like telling one person, right? Like telling someone that you trust, telling your therapist, writing in your journal. Like, there's so many ways to speak our truth. And I think a lot of the times we are just so afraid of like the acceptance and like the honesty, like the raw truth that we have to come to terms with when we are talking about these things. Like, it's very uncomfortable. Like, literally while I was writing that article, like my heart was beating, my hands were shaking, right? And it's not because like there's this fear, but it's like, damn, I'm really putting myself out there right now. And I don't know what's going to happen, but we have to be able to embrace the unknown. Okay. Just do it. You're not going to be able to help anybody unless you are first helping yourself and you are first putting yourself out there that this is a situation. I don't know who can relate. I don't know if anybody's going through this, but hey, this is what's happening, So I just want to encourage you women, like, please be safe out here. Like, I don't know what's happening. Like, okay, hold up. Before we get too real into this conversation, I wanted to let you know that registration is now open for both of our retreats coming up in 2025. We are going back to Arizona. Yup, back to where it started, baby. We're heading to Sedona in Scottsdale for 4 nights, 5 days to heal, to meditate, to ground ourselves, to have a deeper connection with ourselves. This is going to be a completely transformative experience. Join us for the Phoenix Rising Retreat from March 13th to the 17th, 2025. This is going to be amazing. If you've been asking about our first domestic retreat of 2025, well, this is it. We literally just opened registration. So reserve your spot. It's going to be freaking amazing. You can find all of our details on our website. And don't forget the Goddess Retreat in Greece. We're heading to Mykonos and the beautiful hidden gem Andros
for 7 days, 6 nights from May 7th to the 13th. This is going to be an amazing experience if you're looking to connect with your feminine energy, if you're looking to soften, if you're looking to heal, if you're looking to really have a deeper connection with women and community and nature, and to soak in all that Greek goddess energy. So if you're interested and you're looking to take some time for yourself and start 2025 by putting yourself first and prioritizing your mental health, your self-care, your spirituality, your connection with yourself, then I invite you to register for our retreat. The only thing that's required to book is a deposit, and then you can make monthly payment arrangements up until January and February for the retreats. So any questions, feel free to hit us up at Real Hot Retreats on Instagram. Take a look at our previous retreats, see if you're feeling out the vibes.
I'm going to be real. There is this big growing number and percentage of women now who like don't even want to date men because of the type of shit that happens, right? Because of women not feeling safe, because of women feeling like they need to step in and be mommy and nanny and laundry person and all these roles, right? And, you know, men want princess treatment now and they want to be the prize. And it's just like there's so many weird things happening with like roles, and nobody really knows like what role they're playing, and everybody's roles are just like mashed up, and everybody's just doing weird things. Like it just feels very, very weird. So I don't know what's happening. I don't know if men are retaliating because there's maybe less of a dating pool, but I just find that so hard to believe because I feel like there's always going to be a big majority of women who want to date, who are looking for their Prince Charming, who want to put themselves out there, who are still getting bamboozled, you know, by men. And it's just like, why don't you just go find them? They're out there. I promise you. Like I could probably go to the bar and find at least 3 women who are just down, you know, who are just down. I don't know. That's just me. I just feel that way. I feel like there's still a good number of women who are just willing and open to trying and doing and accepting, you know, and that's okay. That's okay. Everybody's on their journey. Everybody has different standards. Everybody is in different places in their life. But my friends and, you know, some of the people I'm around, it's just like there is this huge like disappointment and disgust in a lot of men's behavior. And I can't really sit here and like speak for all men. I'm not going to do that because I know some pretty good men in my life. But man, when I tell you, like, I really can't explain the feeling of just like being around men and constantly just having to like look over my shoulder or feel like I'm being watched or just anticipating and waiting for someone to like say something inappropriate to me or ask for my number, or, you know, it's just like, why can women not walk around this world and feel like, damn, I can just be in my own space? I can just be in my own bubble without someone trying to get my number or talk to me or harass me or say something crazy to me or comment on the way that I look or end up trying to, you know, get my Instagram. It's just like women just want to be. We just want to be. We just want to live. We're just out here doing the same as y'all. We're just out here working and trying to build a life for ourselves. Does that equate to being harassed? Like, damn, I'm literally out here trying to build a damn business and I'm being harassed. It's crazy to me.
More and more people nowadays are wanting to train in the comfort of their own home, and I definitely don't blame them, okay? I love working out at home. I love the accessibility of just turning on a video and getting my training in, whether that's dance training, whether that is stretching, flexibility training, strength training. Some days I just don't feel like leaving the house. So we now have online classes where you don't have to go anywhere, honey. If you want to stay home but still get that work in, that is available to you. We have 2 different programs. So we have Rhythm and Pumps, which is our online heels training program, and we have our newly launched Real Rhythm Monthly Unlimited. This is an all-inclusive membership that includes not just heels classes, okay, not just heels tutorials, but so much more than that. Hip hop tutorials, commercial pop, guided meditations, affirmations. You also get a monthly check-in with our vitality coach. Tell me a better deal, honey, okay? Because this is less than $30 a month, Everything is included, and you literally get to glow up and work at your own pace. So you can time out, you can schedule your videos throughout the week. Maybe you want to do heels on a Monday. Maybe you want to do hip hop on a Wednesday. Maybe you want to do a full body strength workout on a Friday. It's completely up to you. We have a full video library that you have 24/7 access to, and you can access all the videos available as a Real Rhythm Unlimited member. Don't worry if you're just trying to get your heels training, you get a little bit more than just the heels tutorials as well. So you also get access to flexibility training, all of our stretch videos, our core workouts as well, because everybody knows you need a strong core to succeed in heels. So we got you. We want to make sure that you're all set up. You also get access to our online community group with both memberships. So you get support, you get updates when we drop new videos, and you get to chat with like-minded baddies in the community. So make sure you definitely download the app for the best experience. Just go to our link in the show notes, head on over to the Fit by Wix app, make sure you put in our code, our invite code, and we can't wait to dance with you.
It's insane. So women, please, men too, y'all be safe too. There's some crazy women out here for sure. And yeah, we just got to be safe, y'all, because people are unwell, and it's always going to come back to how are you taking care of your mind, your body, and your soul. There's people out here who are refusing to go to therapy, refusing to get help, refusing to be on medication, refusing to do the work. Do the freaking work. Get off your phone, get off of Instagram, go journal, go read a book, go talk to somebody. Anyway, y'all, this was my episode today. This was my little rant episode, just letting you know how I feel. Wednesday, tomorrow, we are hosting a free webinar. We are going to be talking about starting a podcast from scratch, the ins and the outs. I'm going to be talking to you guys about my experience hosting a podcast for over a year. And yeah, it's going to be really fun. I'm going to be sending out updated information because we unfortunately will not be able to host it on Substack at the moment. I thought that we had access to like this live video feature that was new, but unfortunately, like they didn't give it to all the creators and the writers on Substack. So I will be sending out updated information if you are subscribed and on my Substack newsletter or my regular newsletter. Either way, I'm excited to talk with you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you rate and review the podcast, subscribe to our channel on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, and we'll see you in another episode. Bye.